Everyone's heard someone say, "You can't be friends with your ex." But is that really true, or just one of those ideas everyone repeats without thinking? Here's the kicker. Maybe it's not impossible, but it's also not as easy as people make it seem. What looks like friendship is often just a way to avoid letting go completely, and that's exactly where the danger hides. The funny thing is, contrary to what most people think, staying in touch doesn't always mean maturity. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. A sign the wound isn't fully healed. And here's the paradox. The more you insist on being around, the less likely you are to build a real friendship later. Sounds crazy, but it's the time apart that actually opens the door for a new connection. Now, if you've tried being friends with an ex and felt that little pang in your chest, seeing them move on, you'll know exactly what I mean. So here's the question. Can friendship with an ex actually work, or is it just an emotional trap? Stick around, because in the next few minutes you've get answers that could totally change how you see relationships. Chapter 1. Staying close. A lot of times when someone insists on staying friends with an ex, deep down, it's not really about friendship. It's about not letting go, about clinging to any little opening that keeps you close. It looks like friendship, but really it's just a disguised way of hoping to get back together. It's like leaving a door slightly open, thinking someday you might walk back through. Even when it seems harmless, this behavior is risky. People say, "I just want friendship." But imagine this. You're hanging out with your ex and they're laughing, flirting, maybe even connecting with someone else. That hurts, right? That's proof the intention wasn't really friendship, but a way to avoid the pain of complete loss. It's like settling for emotional scraps. Any message, smile, or tiny sign becomes fuel for the fantasy that there's still a chance. Living like that is like pretending you're full while your stomach is empty. The illusion of closeness might fool you for a while, but eventually reality catches up in. That's when you realize the need to explore something even deeper. Chapter 2. The importance of distance. Distance isn't punishment, it's healing. After a breakup, there's a wound that needs time to close. And just like a cut on your skin, if you keep picking at it, it bleeds again. Being too close to your ex is exactly that, picking at the wound before it's healed. Unlike a physical cut, emotional wounds don't show visible signs, so the pain can linger for months, even years. Backing off is actually a smart move. It gives you space to rediscover yourself, reconnect with old hobbies, reignite friendships, and even try new routines. Think of someone who always went to the same restaurant with their ex. Now, it's the time to try new places, new foods, new people. That's how your mind starts understanding life exists beyond that relationship. Silence and distance work like invisible medicine. Here's the interesting part. When someone really steps back, they often realize how unnecessary that constant contact actually was. The longing that felt unbearable slowly fades. Attachment turns into memory, and memory into learning. It's in this process that your heart feels lighter, more ready for new experiences. But of course, taking that step also comes with hidden risks. Chapter 3. Risks and limitations. There's a huge risk in trying to stay friends with someone you still have feelings for. It's like building an invisible prison and tossing away the key. Instead of opening yourself to new experiences and relationships, you stay stuck in a loop of comparisons, waiting for your ex to take the same place they once held. This self-deception creates anxiety, insecurity, and emotional blocks. Another tricky point. If the past relationship was toxic, staying friends can be like sipping poison slowly, thinking it won't hurt. If there was manipulation, abuse, or repeated pain, interacting with that person tends to repeat the same patterns. You have to be brave enough to accept that some people simply aren't meant to stay in your life even as friends. And that's okay, because absence can also protect you. Jumping straight into friendship can also be a kind of emotional trap. You convince yourself you're fine, but the first time you hear your ex is dating someone new, the ground falls out from under you. The heart resents it, and the wound flares up as if it were brand new. This is the most dangerous limit, thinking everything's settled when dependency is still there. And that's exactly when the question arises. So, when is friendship actually possible? Chapter 4. When friendship is possible. True friendship with an ex only works when there are no emotional leftovers. That means your heart doesn't skip a beat at a message. Jealousy doesn't flare when they're with someone else. and the past is just the past. By the time this happens, both people have moved on and can interact without expectations. Then friendship isn't a disguise, it's a genuine choice. Sometimes this friendship is even necessary, like divorced couples who share kids. In these cases, maturity isn't optional, it's a must. Learning to separate what was a romantic relationship from what can be a cooperative relationship is essential for everyone's well-being. This shows that friendship is possible, but not in the heat of heartbreak, comes with time, acceptance, and growth. Remember, friendship isn't a middle ground of the old relationship. Intimacy changes, boundaries are different, and emotional exchange isn't the same. Anyone hoping to cultivate this phase needs to be ready to handle the shift without nostalgia or expectation. And it's only when you truly understand this difference that the chance to turn a painful ending into a healthy connection appears. Conclusion. So let me ask you, are you really ready to turn an ex into a friend, or do you still secretly hope for more? That's the golden question, because only you can be honest with yourself. If the answer is not yet, it might be time to focus on yourself first. Give yourself space, and let life open new doors. Think about it. What's the point of clinging to the past when the world is full of new stories waiting for you? Sometimes holding on to an old attachment blocks something way better from entering your life. Here's a little challenge. Could it be that you re-sabotaging yourself by chasing what's already over? The courage to step back might be exactly what opens the door for what's next. Now, if this hit home for you, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications, and keep following, because here we dive deep into topics that seem simple but hide life-changing truths. And tell me in the comments, do you think friendship with an ex really works, or is it just an illusion? I want to hear your thoughts.